Ladies and gents, welcome back. In a recent turn of events, the newly elected president of Costa Rica has made the enforcement of vaccine mandates illegal in his country. This is especially noteworthy because the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, is currently vacationing there. We have this from the counter signal. Trudeau and family caught barefaced on RCAF flight. Justin Trudeau and his family have been spotted coming off an airplane in Costa Rica entirely barefaced, even though Canadians continue to suffer the humiliation of forced masking on airplanes. I know this because I recently flew in Canada, and they tell you on the flight that if you don't keep your mask on for the entirety of the flight, if it falls off, if it flops off when you're sleeping, there will be authorities waiting for you on the other side. In a video, Trudeau and company can be seen coming off the plane, happy, relaxed, and entirely barefaced, as do staff who and those who came to greet the Prime Minister. This, of course, wouldn't be a problem in normal circumstances. It is, however, a huge problem considering the Trudeau government mask mandates remain on airplanes. Avi Yemeni posting this on Twitter, this clip of a COVID enforcer and climate warrior landing in Costa Rica for holidays with his family unmasked on a private jet has received over 1.3 million views in 24 hours. People are outraged online about Justin Trudeau's hypocrisy, but not the mainstream media story, not one. By the way, it's at 3.4 million views now. But here we are in an interesting turn of events. Costa Rican president rescinds the vaccine mandate while Canadian PM is vacationing there with his family. Recently elected Costa Rica President Rodrigo Chaves rescinds the vaccine mandate, making it illegal to force anyone. And these are his words here. Okay, as of today, the vaccines are not mandatory. And therefore, any action taken against anyone who does not want to be vaccinated is an action that is against the law, he says. Yes, that is right. Thank you very much. Now, this, all while Canadians are seeking asylum in America. This is another story from the counter signal. At first reported by True North, Buffalo immigration lawyer Matthew Colkin has filed asylum applications for unvaccinated Canadians who fear persecution due to COVID vaccine status. If you just don't want to go back to Canada, you actually need to fear that you will be the victim of targeted persecution by the government of Canada or by groups within the country that the government either can't or won't protect you from, Colkin told True North in an interview. The application says that you've either expressed some sort of political speech or a member of a particular social group like unvaccinated individuals that have faced persecution before, either through seizing of bank accounts or loss of employment or forced quarantines, things of that nature. This is, I'm not referring to some third world country. We're talking about Canada here. But here over there in Costa Rica, COVID injection mandates are now illegal. So the everything's flipped upside down. We all thought Costa Rica was a backward country. It turns out that our home and native land of Canada is currently. On Wednesday, new president of Costa Rica, Rodrigo Chaves, I don't know why the discrepancy in the names here, and the Minister of Health, Jocelyn Chacon, confirmed that the vaccine against COVID-19 will not be mandatory in Costa Rica. Chaves had promised that when his term began on May 8th, he would end the mandatory COVID injection policy in his first decree after taking office. Chaves dropped his country's mask mandate and the requirement that public employees get vaccinated. And, well, of course, Trudeau's over there enjoying these freedoms, enjoying them indeed, as we saw in the video. In November 2021, Costa Rica became the first country in the world to announce it would make COVID injections mandatory for children. Costa Rica had long mandated vaccines. Such requirements are supported by the country's laws. However, 3 months after the announcement, Costa Ricans were still bitterly divided over mandatory COVID injections for children. Today, August 3rd, as the time of this article being written, vaccines are no longer mandatory, and any action against someone who does not want to be vaccinated is a violation of the law, the president emphasized. See, we're not seeing this in Canada. They've suspended mandates as of yet. We don't know when they're coming back, but we do see instances where people in their workplaces are being subjugated or being told they can't attend certain things. We just had a mayor who couldn't attend a sporting event because he wasn't, quote unquote, up to date. It no longer means that if you have 2 shots, you're okay in Canada. Up to date means you have to have had a booster within the last 9 months. The announcement came after 93% of Costa Ricans had their first dose, 87% had a second, 51% had a third, and 10% a fourth, according to the, and I can't pronounce this, government agency, the Costa Rican Social Security Fund, which is in charge of most of the nation's public health sector. As well as the immediate end to compulsory vaccination, Chaves said that there will be an investigation into the contract signed by the previous government, as he believes excessive amounts of doses were purchased. Interesting. So there's a profit angle that he wants to get to the bottom of. Hey. According to the World Health Organization, as of July 29th, 2022, a total of 11.5 million vaccine doses had been administered in the country, with an estimated population of 5.2 million. Previous government of Costa Rica, government of Carlos Alvarado signed contracts with Pfizer and AstraZeneca. We are going to investigate why it is that they bought so many vaccines when the information that was that the market had been saturated, Chaves said in his weekly press conference after governing council. According to Chacon, there was an intention of the commission to force people to get vaccinated to spend the vaccines, which at first she did not want to believe, but said that now I see it differently. As of Wednesday, AstraZeneca had completed delivery according to their contract, but Pfizer had not. With Chaves' decision, deliveries of vaccines pending in the Pfizer contract were suspended until further notice. Chaves' predecessor, Carlos Alvarado Quesada, was one of the 25 world leaders who, in March 2021, committed to working together towards a new international treaty for pandemic preparedness and response, an international pandemic treaty. Other committed world leaders were, here we are, Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK, Erna Solberg of Norway, Angela Merkel of Germany, Mark Rutte of the Netherlands. We've heard a bunch about being stuck in that rut over in the Netherlands. Sebastian Piñera, former president of Chile. I wonder why he's the former. Moon Jae-in of the Republic of Korea. Cheryl Ramaphosa, sorry if I'm killing this one, president of South Africa. And we do know that there was much support for this treaty in Canada. And our very own Leslyn Lewis was instrumental in making sure that that did not happen. And we thank you, Leslyn, for that. But this is the news coming out of Costa Rica. Now, Justin Trudeau was asked his opinions on this while vacationing in Costa Rica, and here's his words here.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them, and you just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop-ah, drop down, snap, ah, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
So pitted. Just like that. All joking aside, this is the current affair this is Montreal airport, still in chaos. Where's Justin Trudeau? Yes, that's right. He's vacationing and getting so pitted. so pitted, just like that. Well, here we are, Canada. We are in a state where, yes, we have travel restrictions still in place. We still have the Arrive Can app that is a boon on our systems, our infrastructure. We cannot get around it. But in other countries, they are moving away from mandates. They're moving away from imposing these horrible measures on the citizenry. Let's all get together and end them here in Canada. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think of this, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep on trucking.